Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminiscences. Today we're doing something I've been meaning to do for ages and ages and ages and ages. Forteresse. Now, the only thing with this was deciding where to go with it, which song to pick from which album. I was sorely tempted with the debut because it was something of a revelation when I heard it. It was just sort of it ticked every box that I sort of wanted in a black metal album back in the day, and still I still listen to it fairly regularly. But I thought we'd go a bit more up to date. I suppose this is the last proper album of theirs, as I understand it, and gratifyingly, although it's a little bit chunkier, a bit more meat on the bone than the original, it is still delightfully fleet of foot and delightfully uplifting is probably one word to use at this moment in time, in the absence of me being able to think of any others. But let's go anyway. Which one am I doing? I've forgotten. We'll do this one. Let's go.
Ce sera une autre défaite des Patriotes. Et là, on va brûler Saint-Eustache, on va brûler le village de Saint-Benoît. Et là, ça sera un peu la terreur qui va se répandre.
Just about every Forteresse song is an event, and just about everyone is a triumph. The melodies, the lead melody, you know, if you sat in your chair and you can't be arsed and you're really sort of just drudging along, as soon as you hear a Forteresse song, you're up an atom. It just compels you to do reckless things, and you know, on that occasion I still go out on my motorbike. If I were listening to Forteresse as I pootered along, I'll be losing my license before you knew it. It just sort of gets the blood pumping, and you're just ready to take on anything, really. Glorious stuff. So this song, I think on balance, is probably the heaviest track on this album, which is the reason I picked it, really, because it's not quite as typical as other Forteresse songs. Yeah, it's got all the melody and the rousing and what have you, but it's a bit, it's got a bit more weight to it than some of the others, and the melody is a bit more subdued than on some of the others. Still very much apparent, but it's not quite as soaring and forward as on other tracks. It's a bit like, I suppose you could say that amongst all the flashing steel of the other tracks, they've what have they done? They've chucked a bit of lead in there, give it a bit more weight to it, but still very, very dynamic, and it doesn't stop the momentum whatsoever. In fact, it makes it more unstoppable in a way. Yeah, fantastic. This is obviously very much a call to arms, regardless of the subject matter, which I don't, again, regardless of who a band is, an artist is, I don't read lyrics or even try to find out what they are, although I've got a good guess of what a lot of Forteresse is about. But so it really relies on the vocals to make this antagonistic. It's there's your sort of aggression, if you will. I mean, yeah, the rhythm guitar on this is aggressive, but it's sort of balanced by that permanently soaring lead or whatever motif is used. But so you take your key from the vocals as to the intent here, and it is rabble rousing, and it is sort of don't come too close, matey, unless you want a bloody nose. But there's something else I was going to say. What was it? I don't know. Yeah, yet again, thought eludes me. But we're gonna it's got over just under 2 minutes to go, and I'm gonna let it run to the end because, to be honest, the only reason I'm having these talky breaks in between here is so I don't run out of my cave and start lamping people, because that's the effect this album has on me. So there you go. What a song. It is the sort of song you need to listen to whilst wearing a straitjacket, so you don't do yourself or anybody else any harm. So it does sort of get you. You're probably best if, I mean, I've got the luxury of living in a cave, which means there's no fucker near me. But if you're in a multi-occupancy dwelling, or listen to this out in a park for some weird reason, just make sure you've got no sharp objects with you, or blunt objects, or God forbid a gun, because you're going to end up in the pokey if you're not careful listening to this. Anyway, I don't think anybody does that better, do you? Lick your bollocks, catch you all next time. Cheerio.